In March of 2026, a federal price-fixing class action was filed against the corporations that control your home's heating system. Why are brand new 98% efficient furnaces failing at the 10-year mark when the 80% unit your father installed in 1992 is still running today? And why does one manufacturer settle a $300 million class action over cracked heat exchangers and then keep selling the same defective design? We are going to expose the corporate consolidation destroying American heating, the engineering scandal hiding inside the metal box in your basement, the warranty trap that voids your coverage before you even notice, and show you the only 3 furnace brands you should actually spend your money on in 2026. If you walked into a heating contractor's showroom this winter, you might believe you are looking at 20 different competing brands. You see names like Carrier, Bryant, Heil, Tempstar, Comfort Maker, Day and Night, Arco Air, Keep Right, and Payne, and you assume these are different American companies competing to build a better furnace for your family. That is an illusion. The reality is that 5 massive corporations control roughly 85% of every gas furnace sold in the United States. Carrier Global, Trane Technologies, Daikin Industries, Lennox International, and Rheem Manufacturing have spent the last 2 decades buying every independent competitor in sight, and they have replaced engineering excellence with a business model built on rebadging the same equipment under different stickers at wildly different prices. The U.S. residential furnace market generated $5.81 billion in sales last year, with roughly 3 million gas furnaces shipped annually. That is a lot of money flowing into 5 corporate parents who answer to shareholders and quarterly earnings calls, not to the homeowner who has to live with the unit for the next 15 years. And the worst part is that the most aggressive consolidation has happened in just the last 12 years, accelerating exactly as federal efficiency rules forced manufacturers to redesign every furnace from the ground up. When you buy a Bryant furnace, you are not buying a competitor to Carrier, you are buying the exact same furnace built on the exact same Indianapolis assembly line with a different sticker applied at the distributor. Carrier and Bryant produce 17 model lines, and 16 of them are mechanically identical. Payne, the supposed budget brand, is also the same furnace. The only thing that changes is the badge and the price. When a contractor pulls a Carrier furnace and a Bryant furnace off the wholesale shelf, the Carrier costs the homeowner 7 to 15% more than the Bryant. The Payne costs 20 to 25% less than the Carrier. Same factory, same parts, same engineers, same warranty. The only difference is which logo gets peeled off and reapplied before delivery. One veteran HVAC technician on a contractor forum put it bluntly, quote, "Here, our Bryant and Carrier wholesaler are the same guy. We pop off the C and put on the B." End quote. This rebadging scheme extends to 7 additional shadow brands that Carrier acquired in 1999 when it purchased a company called International Comfort Products. Heil, Tempstar, Comfort Maker, Arco Air, Day and Night, Keep Right, and AirQuest. All 7 are functionally the same hardware as Carrier and Bryant, sold through different distribution chains to confuse the consumer. A retired 45-year HVAC veteran on a homeowner forum confirmed it. Quote, "The Heil and Tempstar are identical units. The only difference is the sticker we put on them after picking them up from the warehouse." End quote. Trane Technologies plays the exact same game. Trane and American Standard are admitted by factory tour guides to be the same equipment rolling down the same line. The only physical difference is a single optional component on the condensing unit top called Duratough. Trane costs the homeowner 5 to 15% more than American Standard for the privilege of the older brand name. And then there is Ameristar, the 3rd tier from Trane Technologies, which contractors openly admit shares the exact same parts at meaningfully lower cost. Daikin took consolidation even further. In 2012, the Japanese conglomerate paid $3.7 billion for Goodman Manufacturing, then spent $417 million building a single 4.2 million square foot factory in Waller, Texas. That facility, the Daikin Texas Technology Park, is the largest tilt wall building in the world and one of the largest manufacturing facilities in North America. 3 brands roll off the same lines inside that mega factory. Daikin at the top, Amana in the middle, Goodman at the bottom. Same conveyor belt, same workers. 3 different stickers, 3 different price points. But the rebadging scheme is only half the problem. The real engineering disaster sits inside the furnace itself, in a component called the secondary heat exchanger. To meet federal efficiency requirements, manufacturers stopped building furnaces that simply burn gas and exhaust hot air. Modern, 90% and higher efficiency furnaces extract latent heat by cooling the exhaust below its dew point, which condenses water out of the combustion gas. That sounds clever until you realize what acidic byproduct that process actually creates. The condensate that drips out of the exhaust is not pure water. It is acidic, with a measured pH of 3 to 5, roughly the acidity of vinegar or orange juice. This corrosive liquid sits inside the secondary heat exchanger every time the furnace runs. In 1989, Carrier made the decision to stop using stainless steel for secondary heat exchangers and switched to mild steel coated with a thin polypropylene laminate to save money. The laminate degraded under heat. The acidic condensate ate through the mild steel underneath. The heat exchangers cracked, leaking carbon monoxide directly into homes. In 2008, a federal court approved a class action settlement covering approximately 3 million households who had purchased Carrier, Bryant, Payne, or day and night 90% efficient furnaces manufactured since 1989. The settlement value was reported at over $300 million. The defective models included the 58EVC, the 58MVB, and the 350 MAV. Carrier denied wrongdoing, paid the settlement, and continued selling the same family of designs through service bulletins that still govern claims today. The same story repeats across the industry. Trane heat exchangers crack at the collector box on 3-year-old units. Lennox Pulse furnaces had a heat exchanger class action of their own in the 1990s. The Goodman GMVC95 communicating board has documented chronic failures, including factory data wipe issues that brick the unit on first install. One Trane contractor on an HVAC forum reported it cleanly. Quote, "We are coming across about 5 cracked heat exchangers a day. These furnaces are on average 3 years old and up. They are all cracking at the collector box." End quote. You might think the 10-year warranty will protect you from these defects, but the warranty process is engineered to wear you down. First, the 10-year warranty does not exist by default. The fine print on every major brand requires you to register the unit online within 60 to 90 days of installation, or your coverage automatically downgrades to 5 years parts only. Second, labor is never covered by any factory warranty. So when your inducer motor fails in year 7, the part might be free, but you will still pay $400 to $1,100 in labor. Third, if you sell your home, the warranty transfer requires a $99 fee within 90 days of sale, and remaining coverage gets reduced anyway. But the worst lock-in scheme belongs to Lennox. Lennox is the only major HVAC manufacturer that bypasses traditional, independent wholesale distributors. They sell direct through 231 company-owned Lennox stores, which means independent contractors are effectively locked out of servicing your Lennox equipment. Lennox uses a proprietary communicating thermostat protocol called RS Bus that refuses to work with Nest, Ecobee, or Honeywell. Their own spec sheet states it will not work with any brand of communicating equipment other than Lennox. One homeowner on a contractor forum put it this way, quote, "I called a local company with a much better reputation, and they said they cannot get Lennox equipment because they are not an official Lennox dealer." End quote. A 15-year Lennox dealer described the company's flagship modulating furnace, the SLP-98, this way, quote, "We have installed 20 SLP-98 units. 18 required multiple callbacks." End quote. That is 90% of premium $5,000 furnaces requiring repeat service visits. And there is one more revelation. In 2025, the federal government banned the manufacture of R410A refrigerant in new air conditioners and heat pumps, forcing the entire industry to switch to a new refrigerant called R454B. The refrigerant cylinder shortage that followed pushed prices from $345 in 2021 to over $2,000 in 2025. That is a 300% increase passed directly to homeowners on every dual fuel system installation. The average new HVAC system rose roughly $3,000 in cost in a single year because of this transition chaos. This consolidation has destroyed the lifespan of American heating. The 80% efficient atmospheric draft furnace your father installed in 1992 routinely lasted 18 to 25 years, with 30 and 40-year examples still running today. The new 95% efficient condensing furnace you will be sold in 2026 has a documented 25% failure rate by year 10, according to Consumer Reports' 2025 member survey. A full replacement now runs $4,000 to $12,000, and starting December 18, 2028, the simpler, longer-lasting 80% atmospheric furnaces will be illegal to manufacture in the United States under a Department of Energy rule upheld by the D.C. Circuit in November of 2025. The American Gas Association filed a Supreme Court petition in January of 2026, but the rule remains scheduled to take effect. So if the entire market is rigged towards shorter lifespans, rebadged equipment, and refrigerant chaos, what should you actually buy? You stop shopping like a consumer and start thinking like an auditor. There are exactly 3 premium furnaces in 2026 that earn their price tag with real engineering. The first is the Trane S9V2-VS and its sister model, the XC95M. Trane was the only manufacturer in Consumer Reports' 2025 survey of 34,591 members to earn excellent ratings in both predicted reliability and owner satisfaction. The S9V2-VS features stainless steel primary and secondary heat exchangers, a variable speed Vortica blower, and a transferable lifetime heat exchanger warranty. The second is the Carrier Infinity 59MN7. Despite Carrier's history with the secondary heat exchanger lawsuit, the current Infinity flagship is a genuinely engineered premium product. It modulates the gas valve in 1% increments from 40 to 100%, achieves up to 98.5% efficiency, and carries a lifetime heat exchanger warranty plus 10 years on parts when registered. Critically, this is not a rebadged brand. It is the top tier of the Indianapolis line, with engineering that the lower tiers do not receive. The third is the Rheem, or Rude Prestige series, the R97V and R98V. Rheem uses direct spark ignition instead of the hot surface igniters that fail every 3 to 7 years on competing brands. Their patented +1 water management system includes a block drain sensor that prevents the condensate corrosion failure mode. Lifetime heat exchanger, 10 years parts, Energy Star, most efficient certified. Beyond those 3, look toward small American independence that the conglomerates have not yet swallowed. Thermopride in Indiana builds an oil furnace with an 8-sided 16-gauge aluminized steel heat exchanger and an automatically transferable lifetime warranty that is unmatched anywhere in the residential heating industry. Adams Manufacturing in Cleveland builds 95% efficient oil furnaces and waste oil heaters as a true independent. Boyertown Furnace Company in Pennsylvania has been family-owned since 1939 and builds 3-pass oil furnaces from 60,000 to 400,000 BTU. These companies survive because they refuse to sell to private equity, and they put the money into the metal instead of the marketing. The era of widespread quality in American manufacturing is ending, and the conglomerates are banking on you not noticing. They are counting on you to be distracted by the Wi-Fi thermostat and the variable speed marketing while the polypropylene laminate corrodes inside the metal box in your basement. The March 2026 price-fixing complaint that opens this story was not an accident. It is the inevitable result of a market where 5 corporations sell the same equipment under 30 different names. But if you know the rebadging scheme, the warranty trap, and the 3 brands that still earn their price, you can still buy a furnace that will last 20 years. Do not let Carrier, Trane, Daikin, Lennox, and Rheem take $5,000 from your retirement account every decade for equipment engineered to fail. Check the model number, check the parent company, demand stainless steel heat exchangers, and if you found this fascinating, hit subscribe for more stories like this.